who is the Managing Director and CEO at Godrej Properties, joining us. A very good morning to you, Mr. Pandey. Thank you so much for joining us on ET now. And if you look at your numbers on your year-on-year numbers, year-on-year basis, your numbers are good. Sequentially, however, we've seen a drop in bookings as well as the area sold. Is this seasonality at play, or are you seeing an overall drop in demand when you talk about the real estate sector?
If it's a typical seasonality of a business, the only difference is that this year in quarter 2, we saw sharp period hitting in later part of the quarter 2, which last year was happening in the early part of quarter 3. But yes, I mean, that aside, in spite of that, a quarter 2 numbers, when you look at from a year-on-year quarter 2 performance itself is also a sort of a growth.
Okay, point taken on that. You've already achieved 51% of your guidance in the first half of the year, so you'll comfortably sail through that 27,000 guidance that you had earmarked for yourself, or are you looking at upping that now?
I mean, yes, I mean, this is looking to be a very, very exciting year for us, purely because we've been able to get a great head start for us during the year. As you rightly mentioned, we've done 51% of our annual guidance and currently stand at about 13,800 plus crores, which is like a 90% Y-on-Y growth. Having said that, at the moment, we're not really revising our guidance, but yes, there is a reasonable good probability that there could be upside risk to that.
Properties has been on a land acquisition spree, they're acquiring a lot of land, Ahmedabad, plots in MMR. Why? And what is the total revenue potential that you would unlock because of this?
The business development strategy for us has been very, very exciting. If you try and see our delivery on the locking of BD this year from a GDV point of view, we had given a guidance of about 20,000 crores. And, between quarter 1, quarter 2, and the transactions we've announced till date in quarter 3, our current delivery stands of locking of about 17,450 crores, which is 87% of annual guidance. So yes, we should be able to kind of beat this guidance, and hopefully within a month.
Share with us then what will be the delivery timeline guidance as well?
On the delivery perspective, which is our construction and all, I mean, if you see, we had given a guidance of 15 million square feet of occupancy certificate / delivery of projects within this year. And, very delighted to say that a quarter 2 performance has ensured that we've got a 6.6 million square feet of deliveries, which has ensured that our H1 performance right now is about 9.3 million square feet. And 6.6 is what we used to deliver in a year just 2 financial years back. So there's a massive delivery ramp up which we've been able to deliver, and is also kind of impacting other KPIs. On one hand, we are seeing a massive jump in collections. We've done about 7,000 crores of collections in H1, which is our sort of a 62% Y-on-Y growth, leading to an operating cash flow positive of 2,800 plus crore, which is like a 204% Y-on-Y growth. And leading again, because of great deliveries in H1, our PAT profile is at an all-time high. If you just look at quarter 2 performance, it's been like 355 odd crores, or 335 crores, which is like, sort of a 400% kind of a jump. And YTD we've done, H1 rather, we've done 855 crores of PAT, which is higher than what we used to deliver last full year. So yes, deliveries as a KPI has been a huge area of focus for us. And the fact it is happening as early as H1, we're able to move other KPIs because of this focus.
Right, let's talk about the new launches then. What's your pipeline coming in for the new launches going ahead? And also if you could shed some light on the FY25 pipeline that you had targeted. Are you all set to meet that launch pipeline for that as well?
Yeah, I mean, quite confident, right? I mean, on one hand, of course, we've gone 51% of the annual guidance from a booking value perspective. But yes, our launch pipeline is even more exciting in H2. If I would just give you some of the launch names that we are looking at and opening up, one, we are coming in quite a big way in Gurgaon, in Golf Course Road. Yes, this has been sort of a very important area of focus for us, because this is one of the most prime micro markets of India. And finally, Godrej Property is going to enter Golf Course Road with the first launch hitting within this quarter. And hopefully back-to-back launches, even next quarter, you'll see in Golf Course Road happening up from us. We're going to do something within this year in Sector 44 Noida, a very, very prime piece of land parcel we managed to acquire through auctions earlier. Then coming down to Mumbai, Mumbai has a project launch for us during earlier part of this calendar year by the name of Godrej Reserve, which is currently Mumbai's highest residential sales till date. And we will finally open a new phase of that particular project. So very excited on this specific project. We will also open a new tower in a project by the name of Godrej Avenue 11, which is in Mahalakshmi, one of the prime micro markets of South Bombay. We'll of course try and have launches in Panvel micro market, where we have a large township. Further south, again, we will enter Hyderabad finally. This is one city we were very excited to enter, and we should see a launch very soon in Hyderabad as a first big bang launch for us. Then on Bangalore, we have launches lined up from Yashwantpur micro market to North Bangalore. We have a 66-acre prime parcel. We should start seeing launches of that within this year. And of course, we have a few more land parcels in Bangalore, depending on approvals. We should see that. Pune, again, incredible launch calendar for Pune. We have something in Koregaon Park, one of the most prime micro markets of Pune. Then we have a few land parcels in Hinjewadi, one of which will be quite a big launch in this quarter itself, and followed with opportunities depending on how approvals progress in other micro markets of Pune, like Mundwa and the likes of it.
We talked about the micro markets in these, bigger areas, but what about the demand outlook in the tier 2, tier 3 cities? Are you looking at deepening your presence there as well?
I mean, tier 2 is a very, very promising market in India. The only thing is we are not looking tier 2 from a group housing perspective. We're looking at doing plotted developments, which are typically large townships where you have plots to buy products from Godrej Properties. And yes, we are seeing extremely strong demand. We've launched series of launches in tier 2 cities, and we continue to be very, very optimistic about it.
All right, let's talk about your expansion plans. When you talk about it, are you planning to expand to newer geographies?
I think we largely want to be focused upon all the large 4 core markets of India, which are NCR, Mumbai, Bangalore, and Pune. We do have presence in Pune and Calcutta, so we would add opportunistically good deals that we get to say there, but not too many. So 90% of our pipeline is going to be in these 4 cities. Having said that, we've been extremely focused on Hyderabad as a new entry city. We're going to take some baby steps to begin with. We'll launch 2 projects there and see how that goes. And hopefully that is one market we'll deepen our presence. But other than these cities, I don't see us entering into any other city from a group housing perspective. On the plotted development side, like I mentioned some time back, yes, we believe there is great opportunities, and we've been seeing extremely strong demand for our products. So we would selectively evaluate deals and handpick these opportunities in tier 2, but nothing on the group housing side beyond these cities.
Okay, being very selective and cautious there. Thanks so much, Gaurav, for making time and speaking with us today.
There comes a time when your heart calls for you to arise. Plant your feet solid into the ground. Decide your own limits. And then break right through them. Become something more. It's my time to rise.